Okay, guys, so now, Todd, this is what we're about to look at here is basically the last of the big boxes that are currently running and online here at Chez Thibodeaux, correct?
Yeah, Tech Thibodeaux, right.
Tech Thibodeaux. I like that one even better. All right, so this is the Google TV you promised to show me. So,
right.
But I see 3 boxes, so I think there's going to be a little bit more story here.
Right, so this is a DirecTV box. This is the newest generation of DirecTV box. And this feeds directly in by HDMI into this Google TV by Logitech device. So this is the Logitech Review Google TV device. And so there's 2 of those out on the market. There's Sony's, which is embedded in a TV, and then this Logitech box, which will work with any TV that's HDMI capable. So HDMI comes from this DirecTV box, goes into the Google box, and then goes out from the Google box to the TV.
All right.
So you see the TV playing in the background there on the screen. And what Google TV is really trying to do is create an environment where you can search for your favorite content, run different applications, you can browse online, you can get streaming feeds from different sources there. You can also stream Netflix and also Amazon's video on demand as well. But the interface is a little bit sparse here to begin with. I think they have a little bit more work on their hands before they'll really get there with it. But like a lot of these devices, the firmware upgrades come pretty fast and furious. If you're not getting 2 or 3, maybe sometimes 4 firmware upgrades within a year for these devices, they're probably not doing their job because they're constantly trying to refine the interfaces and upgrade them. But you can see here some of the sources that you can get into the device. Now you can also just go right back to live TV with this, and then this sends out IR signals which control this DirecTV box. So if I change channels, it's actually the channel changing is coming from the Google TV box, and it's flashing the front of this device, just like a remote would if I was holding it in front. This other box next to it, though, is probably one of my favorite boxes of all time. And it's probably one I've had longer than most of the ones that I have, and that's a Sling box.
I've heard of these. I don't even really understand what they are. Can you give me like a third grade level understanding?
Sling box is kind of a place shifting device. So think about if you were a congressman and you were from a district in California and you wanted to be able to watch TV from the channels in your district. You would put a Sling box in your home in California. You would connect it to a TV source like DirecTV. It feeds into the Sling box, and then that Sling box takes that content, turns it into IP video, which allows you to access that feed. Basically, you're broadcasting to yourself. So you can watch Sling box. I could watch content from this DirecTV box via Sling box on my iPhone, on my Android phone, on my iPad, on my PC, or any notebook.
Is there is there a Sling box app I have to install on the remote viewing device?
Right. So there's a piece of desktop software on a notebook or PC. There's a small app that you'd install on Android or on iOS 4. And what this does is it knows it has a little library of devices that it can control. So this device knows that I have this DirecTV plugged to it. And so when I click on the remote icon on the Sling box software, it pulls up a replica of the DirecTV remote, which allows me to watch. So I can set season passes to record on this DirecTV box and then watch those through Sling box. So I've watched TV from Dubai, I've watched TV from India, I've watched TV from the UK, all off this box.
Cool. So that's really, it's a remote tool. So obviously if you're going to be shooting out, there's probably some ports you have to open up on routers and things like that?
That's an excellent point. A lot of these devices, and especially a Sling box one, uses UPnP, and routers that are UPnP enabled, it will go ahead and set those ports up. But I tell you what, that it doesn't always work, and not all routers do that. And so they provide instructions for that, but 9 times out of 10, you have to go in and set them manually yourself.
I'm happier doing that, to be honest with you.
Me too.
Although what's interesting is with Windows 7, with the new home groups, this is just came out on the new A+ objectives, they're bringing out the home group thing.
Right.
And home group leans heavily on UPnP. And so old geezers like you and I who always like to turn off UPnP or SNMP or anything that's discovering without my express permission, we're going to be compelled to turn it back on.
Yeah,
Windows
probably
7.
so.
Yeah, so there it is. Well, that's pretty cool. Hey, I'm feeling a little bit smarter about a Sling box, if nothing else. And Todd, this has been a pretty amazing tour of your boxes, and I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks.